God is good, and with each day that passes brings us a day closer to the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you are interested in Pantheon related content, old school MMOs, JRPGs, RPGs, all that kind of thing. Today I want to talk about the evidence that Pantheon is being developed by nerds for nerds. I'm going to be contrasting the development strategy as well as features in the game, all that kind of thing that gets the saliva rolling for us nerds, as well as the approach to subjects from the developers at Visionary Realms, because I do believe this is the key factor that separates Pantheon from the other MMOs coming out. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to the members of Napalm for supporting this channel and keeping me in business. If you are interested in becoming a member and supporting this channel, please click the join button down below for options as well as the perks for doing so. Alright guys, so first of all, I want to start this off with talking about how from the ground up, Pantheon has been designed to be a Dungeons and Dragons type experience. It's something I talk about a lot on this channel, and that is the fact that MMOs were originally designed, in my opinion, to be a tabletop adventure with graphics in a living world. Everything about Pantheon's features screams out that the world is a real place. Terminus isn't just some landmass with stuff to do in it. It's not just a playground, that the developers are trying to find enough rides and attractions to keep us busy on our journey to max level, and then stuff even more rides and attractions at the end game to keep us subscribed. This is how I feel MMOs have worked since maybe around Dark Age Camelot or Final Fantasy XI days. Let's just keep everyone chasing the carrot on the stick because we want max subs, we want everyone to get addicted, we want everybody to play our game, regardless of their skill level, regardless of their personal interests. Let's hone in on the very basic humanistic traits and gain the largest crowd necessary so we can post big earnings. Now, I hate to talk bad about other MMOs coming out because I hope they all find their key audience and do great, and I'm following lots of MMOs, as you know if you follow me on this channel, but that's what I think most developers are going for. Let's make that money, baby. And the problem is that you're trying to satisfy everybody, and in the end you satisfy absolutely nobody. Right World of Warcraft, right Blizzard, right every other MMO on the market. You end up with a fan base who only plays your game because they got another goal, another thing they want to tick off, and honestly, are they even having fun? Sometimes, probably for the most part not. So Visionary Realms took a very different approach from the very beginning and all the way up until now. They will tell you, as will its fans, this game isn't for everyone. It's hard to let that sink in. It's hard. But listen, it's not. It's not for everybody. It's a niche. It's for people that don't rush to in-game. It's for people that want to socialize. It's for people who want strategy and combat and not drug-inducing flashing lights and pretty button combo rotations. It's for people that want to explore, that questing is an adventure, not just a click through as quick as your left mouse click can allow through all the text, then follow the minimap, rinse, repeat as fast as possible. This is a dangerous world, and you will not look at it the same after you've explored it. You will have gained real knowledge, real experience. You will remember the threats, the dangers, the ways to avoid certain death, the kind of creatures that live here or there, because this will be part of your and your party's survival, to learn, to grow. Not just an experience as a numerical number to get you to the next level, but actual experience that gives you an edge to lead a party through this particular area, where death has real consequence, and people will do absurd tactics to avoid it. So let's break it down into game system and into the game systems. And please bear in mind that although I will cover much in this video, if you want more precise information about each system, please check out my Pantheon Rise of the Fallen playlist here on my channel. Has almost 200 videos regarding all things Pantheon. I have the largest collection of Pantheon information currently available on YouTube, so please check it out. But let's get going. Socializing. One of the key factors for Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering or other super nerdy things that I and most of you probably really get into is the fact how you socialize with other people to enjoy a good tabletop session or a D&D campaign. It's the working together. It's the misunderstandings even, the mishaps the unknown of how others will behave or react, and then finding ways to make it work out. It's the ingredient that makes an adventure mysterious. It's what separates a massive online game from a single-player experience, and Pantheon puts socialization at the forefront of every decision of its development. And if I had to pick one single thing that makes Pantheon so special, it is the fact that they want everything in their world to be shared and impactful through social bonds and situations. Take, for example, the class design and how they weave together with other classes and how they all have their own strengths and their own weaknesses, how they're all built to depend on others and how they complement one another. Or the amazing things we have heard so far about the game connecting you with other people through some sort of UI element based on, I don't know, times you tend to play with others who have similar time schedules or similar activities logged that you both enjoy. Plus, add on top of that the most classic issue of playing with your friends in many MMOs that kind of detracts you from socializing, like trying to stay together. Pantheon has the caravan system to help with that. What about your friends gain a bunch of progress while you're at work or with your family? Pantheon has a level sync system for that. If you can find a dead end in your current MMO that makes socializing or grouping together or finding others hard to group with, Pantheon has a solution. And everything from crafting, gathering, questing, exploring, all of the systems in place have a social gameplay element to them. Pantheon is just not another single player game with other people that you can see but you don't interact with. It's a true MMO in every sense of the term because of this. Also, Pantheon is lore rich. We know so much about the history, the races, the world already, or at least it's available information to us already, than most MMOs that have been out for a decade have in their fully released game to date right now. Every rock, every tree, every blade of grass sings out a story, a history, a reason. And as you are exploring, you're going to be unlocking these story pieces, this lore, this depth that will lead you down an intense rabbit hole of dizzying options and dialogue options until you uncover one secret after another. And as if that's not just the most nerd-tastic thing you've ever heard, let me also add that the perception system, which fuels the kind of lore questing or learning in the game, it has its own log, it has its own skill up system, so you can actually get better at noticing more minute details in the future the more you do it. And that brings me to questing. So quests are adventures. When you find a new quest, which requires some digging, some paying attention, or even maybe a little luck, it doesn't mean you will be doing some boring, mind-numbing task following guided mini-map arrows and circles for experience to advance your character. It means you are about to embark on an adventure to which the reward is unknown and mysterious. It could bring you to a place you never noticed. It could lead you to finding a secret ability. It could lead you to treasure. The options are endless. It doesn't mean here's how much experience you're going to get. You're going to get a little bit of gold and you're going to get a new chess piece. Absolutely not. It'll be driven by your curiosity, your intrigue. What does it all mean? What will I learn? What will I see? Only, in my opinion, a true nerd such as I, and hopefully you, would hear that and your ears perk up like mine do. And honestly, I could go on and on about these features in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, such as being able to climb, to explore any surface you want, and to find new ways to get to different places, or even all together new areas that can only be discovered by climbing. But just to sum it all up for you guys, because I don't want this video to go on forever, what I'm trying to say here is that if you want a world, if you want a real place, if you want to actually escape life, real life, IRL, and go into a new breathing world where you can just dig in as deep as your feet will take you into the sand and really just learn and experience something every single time and socialize and meet new people, and it just constantly be addiction through your actual real experiences and not addiction through a numerical experience to get to the next level or to acquire that new piece of loot. Although there will be plenty of that as well. That is what Pantheon is all about. And to me, just hearing the developers talk, hearing the features in the game, reading about the classes, reading about the lore, reading about everything about this game makes me realize that for the first time since maybe EverQuest, this is a game built by nerds for nerds, and that's what it's for. It's for us. This game is the most single targeting of an audience I've ever seen a video game do in my entire life. And not just targeting it, but nailing it. As in, every time they tell us something new, we get so excited. That's why the Pantheon crowd is very intense. That's why we get so upset when people come in with some crazy off the wall thing, right? That's why we do that, because this game is so for us. This is what we dreamt of. This is what we wanted EverQuest to be. This is what we wanted MMOs to evolve into. And it's for us. And we should all be very proud that we have the people developing it who understand us, who really are us. Chris Perkins, Ben Dean, Roenick, all these guys are just hyper-focused on the goal, on how to get there. And it's a beautiful thing, guys, and I'm super happy that somebody finally came together to make the MMO of our dreams. And I know this video, I didn't go into deep detail about each subject, but if you like that, then like I said before, please check out my playlist, Pantheon Rise here on my channel. Lots more information diving into every system, every detail. I just wanted to point that out, guys. Let me know in the comments, sound off for me what you think. Do you agree with me? Is this the most nerdiest game ever made? Is this a game made by nerds for nerds? I don't see how you could argue with it, but please sound off in the comments down below what you think. And before we go, guys, big shout out to the members of Napalm for keeping my lights on, for keeping this baby going. Love you guys, appreciate your support. Couldn't do this without you. And if you're interested in becoming a member of Napalm, helping support this channel, please click the join button down below for details. And if you're not already subscribed, please do that. Throw me a like, whatever you want to do. But guys, until next time, God bless and happy gaming. Please listen to what I say. I've been making videos all day. My friends all say I'm it's a video buffet. You can even hit replay. But please just subscribe. I can't even describe being part of my tribe. I'll even offer you a prize, but please just subscribe and hit the bell notification too.